a simple tip to keep your battery in your car or RV in perfect condition, coming right up. Hey there, I am Dr. Dave, the RV Dummy. Welcome back. So great to have you here. Yoko and I are camping out at, where are we? We're at Bear Lake in Idaho. It's beautiful here. Let me just turn this around and show you kind of a little bit what the lake looks like here. But we're not here to talk about the lake. We're here to talk about a issue that probably most of you or all of you have had in your RVs or even in your cars over the years, and I'm here to help you with it. See, a short time ago, I had to call AAA because my RV wouldn't start. It was 2 years ago, actually, and the guy came out and said, you don't need a new battery. He tested everything. He said, you don't need a new battery. We just need to fix your connection and tighten your connections up a little bit. And same thing with the deep cycle battery in the RV as well. It wasn't working right. I thought I needed 2 new batteries. So what he taught me, I kind of put on the back burner over the last couple years. But as we're at camp here, I noticed that my chassis battery was just starting to weaken a little bit. You know, when you're not using anything and when the engine is off, it should read roughly 12.5 or 12.6 volts or greater, even though it's a 12 volt battery. When you get down below 12.5, like 12.4, 3, it means the battery is weak and there's less of a chance of starting the engine. So what I did something that was so simple. I'm going to show you right now. And it was a matter of, well, I'll show you in a second. But then I'm going to come back on the other end at the very end and share one more thing with you. So go ahead, let's get under the engine and take a look. Okay, so coming around to the battery, guys, here's all I did. As you know, I'm the RV dummy. I'm not really that mechanical, but so what I did, I I loosened up the terminals, the connectors, the cables that connect to the terminals right here. Here's the positive, here's the negative right there. And just with a simple wrench, you can open a socket wrench. You can open these, you can loosen them up. I loosened them up, took these connectors off, cleaned everything off just as best I can. Now, all I had here with me was like a toothbrush, some paper towels. I don't have a whole set of things to clean with, and this is how easy it is. Then I went ahead and sprayed everything down just a little bit with some WD-40. I checked that out online. WD-40 is totally fine to spray on batteries and prevent corrosion. Then what I went ahead and just tightened everything back down. It cleaned it up. Everything looks really, really nice and clean. And just by doing that, only that, getting any kind of corrosion, making sure the connections are clean and very, very tight, that's very important. Just by doing that, I increased the voltage, the resting voltage on my battery when the motor's not on, when the RV motor is not on, from about 12.2, which is unacceptable. That's too low to predictably start an engine, to 12.5, which is very, very acceptable. So just by doing this, I am extending the life of my battery, I think, by a lot. Let me also take you around to my Coach battery here. I went ahead and did the same thing. It was dirty. It was not, I wouldn't say corroded, but just the connections just didn't look clean and tight. So I just cleaned up the battery, did the same thing here, loosened this up, cleaned it really nicely. Same thing with the negative side over here. If you can see this right here, I just got in there, loosened, cleaned, reattached, tightened. You can see how, I'll give you a little shot here, how clean the battery looks. And I believe that's going to make my everything stronger and enhance the life of my deep cycle battery as well right here. Okay, so that's the deal. Batteries are humming along beautifully. They're strong, they're powerful. And I noticed that just in the time it took for me to make this video, the reading of my voltage on my chassis battery went from like a 12.5, which is good. It's good. That's not a brand new battery, so 12.5 is good. It went up to 12.6, and I think I just looked at it a few seconds ago. I think it's even above 12.6 right now. It even might be up to 12.7 or 12.8. I'll take a couple pictures right now and share that with you. I took a picture of the 12.6, I think. I'll take a picture of what it is right now. One more thing I'll show you real quickly. Whenever your vehicle, whether it's a car, an RV, this happens to be a Class B RV, of course, Pleasureway XL, XLTS, there's always going to be some type of draw on your chassis battery. You know, you've got, even if you got a audio system, or you're charging a phone or something, you open the door and there's a light that goes on. There's always going to be some type of a draw. So what I do when we're at camp, and even when we're not using the vehicle, I just plug this little inexpensive solar panel into my cigarette lighter area. I think I've showed you in a previous video. And I just keep it out in the sun, and it will go ahead and keep the chassis battery totally fresh, clean, strong while we're at camp. Today is a really beautiful sunny day, so it's trickle charging it really, really nicely. It really works. It's so simple. You don't have to be a mechanic. I am not. I'm the RV dummy, but it's a great way to keep your batteries running strongly and keeping you safe, so you don't get stranded somewhere in the middle of nowhere and not have a AAA to call or some service like that. And this is a way to prevent that and mitigate it. I love using that word, mitigate. Until next time, I'm the RV dummy. See you later.